You guys know I love talking about political correctness and free speech. I'm trying to use my free speech while we still have it. I thought this was an interesting story this week. The Milwaukee Art Museum is showing a picture of the Pope entirely made out of condoms. Now, obviously, popes, all of them, have not been great on birth control. The Vatican has not been great on birth control. So it's actually pretty clever satire to show a picture of the Pope all made out of condoms. Pretty good. Now, that's sort of interesting in and of itself. But what I thought was particularly interesting about it was that the New York Times showed an image of the Pope made out of condoms. Now, of course, when the Charlie Hebdo terrorist attacks happened in France, actually the New York Times did not show the images of Mohammed. And I thought they had an interesting quote. This is what they said when they didn't show the images of Mohammed. Under time standards, we do not normally publish images or other material deliberately intended to offend religious sensibilities. After careful consideration, Times editors decided that describing the cartoons in question would give readers sufficient information to understand today's story. Okay, so that means that what they decided was they weren't going to show the images because it was going to offend some people. Now, I'm pretty sure, I'm not Catholic, but I'm pretty sure some Catholic people might be offended by their Pope being shown in condoms. And this is what the crux of political correctness run amok is. We have select groups that were afraid to offend, while everyone knows that you could do the thing of the Pope and no one was going to get shot or killed, and they could put it not only in the art museum, but then put it in a newspaper and everything was going to be fine. Now, that's how it should be. That's how a society is supposed to be. You should be able to make fun of absolutely everybody. Having satire is one of the most important things that any free functioning, decent Western democratic society could have. And if they had it in a lot of other places, we wouldn't see such craziness in the world. Anyway, I think it's a really bad standard that the New York Times and a lot of these other newspapers and publications are showing, that we pick a group. As Bill Maher refers to it, it's the soft bigotry of low expectations. You say, oh, well, these guys, they're actually nuts and they're going to kill people, so we're not going to do things that upset them. But this other group, we're going to do things that obviously upset them because we know that they won't do anything about it. I want everyone to be treated equally as good and as shitty, and I think that's something that we all should aspire to do.